As a professional fisherman, you might think that I have a whole variety of knots that I'd use when I'm out walleye fishing, but when I got thinking about it, there's really 3 knots that I use that cover almost all of the situations that I fish. First one is anytime I'm tying to a lure with something like fluorocarbon or some kind of monofilament. You know, we use a lot of fluorocarbon leaders like this 100% fluorocarbon. Trilene is used a lot when we're out trolling. So no matter what the lure is, jig, shiverman or whatever, you put your line through the eyelet, you go around your main line 5 times, you go down through the loop above that eyelet, and then you come up through the loop you just made. And that up through the loop is the improving part of it. Wet it if it's fluorocarbon, tighten it up, and you trim off that knot. But that's a very common knot to tie very quick, very strong. Now, while I've got this chunk of fluorocarbon in my hand, this would actually be a leader when we're out jigging. So what I'm going to do now is tie that or splice that to a main line, and those main lines are typically some kind of super line. We use a lot of the Nanofill and the Ultra 8 Fire line. Those are 2 good choices. But what we want to get is that fluorocarbon leader on here. So first thing you do is loop the leader, super line through the loop. Then you're going to go around the 2 tags of the fluorocarbon about 11 times. But then what you want to do is go back and look at that loop and see which way you put that super line in first, and you want to end putting it the same way through at the end. You can pull on both tags to get a little tight, but then when you're going to finish the knot, just pull on the main lines. You cut off those 2 tags there, and you would have a great little splice knot going from the super lines down to your fluorocarbon leader. Now, one other knot that we tie a lot of is something that we use again with the super lines, the nanos, the fire lines, things like that, and that is a Palomar knot. I'm going to take and put a loop in the line. You're going to take and make that loop through the eyelet. You're just going to do an overhand knot. You can tighten up that knot, but then what you want to do is pass that lure, or in this case this clip, through the loop, get everything clearing, and then just pull on the 2 tags to tighten that up. That is a Palomar knot. So between these knots, you can cover almost every situation that you need to for walleyes out there. They're simple, they're strong, and they'll get the fish to the boat.